Hello, my crafty friends. Hope y'all have had a good day. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Patricia. I'm glad y'all are both here. It's good to see you. I hope you've had a good day. Hi, Ruth. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to give y'all a little preview of tomorrow's envelope project, the video that'll be coming out tomorrow. This is it. And this is we're going to play with tonight. This was the very first one of these flip books that I made. And my inspiration for it was the lap books that I made for my kids during when they were young, when we were homeschooling. Hi, Janet. And we made them out of file folders instead of envelopes. But I remember all the things we tucked in and flipped around and everything, and I thought that would make a cute flip book. And I didn't call it a lap book because I've seen a lot of videos that people are doing nowadays making lap books, in our crafty groups. And they're making very elaborate, gorgeous things. And so I didn't want to call it a lap book because I was afraid somebody might think I was going to make something as amazing as some of those I've seen other people do. So I called it a flip book, which is what my son used to call the lap books. He thought lap book was a silly name, so he called them flip books. Wow. Hi, Beverly, Mina, Holly, Mark. I'm glad y'all are all here. It's good to see everybody. Anyway, we're going to play with this, and we're going to do a pick 10 if everybody wants to. That's always every week up to y'all. If you want to play, I'll do one. So, but I'm going to let a few more people get in here, and then I'm going to show you what this looks like, and then you can watch how I made it tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Janet. Oh, I got to show y'all something else while you're here. Oh, look at this. Isn't that pretty? Hannah did it, not me. If I did it, it wouldn't look this good. She's been playing with monochromatic watercolor, and she's got a little bitty tiny bird right up there. Can you see the little tiny bird? Anyway, I thought it was pretty, so I wanted to show y'all. I also want to show you the other project she's been working on. She's finally got finished. This won't be easy to see, but I'm going to show you best I can. This is a quilt she's making, and she's been hand piecing this quilt, and it's going to be like, put on your lap in the recliner size. Let's see, it's got 1, 2, it's just got 3 sections of 3. So it's like a 9-patch, a giant 9-patch. So it's a square quilt, but it's not really big enough. I guess for an older person who was in a wheelchair, it would make a great lap blanket, but it's not really big enough to cover up your feet or whatever, but I told her she could save it. Someday she could put her baby on the floor on top of it. She just wanted to do it. So I thought she's done really good, especially for piecing everything by hand. And she's going to quilt it and do all of that. She wanted to do the whole thing done by hand. So better her than me. That's all I can say. Oh, well, I'm glad you got back in time too, Holly. Anyway, I just thought that was I'm impressed with her ability to just get that done. Oh, but now I'm going to show you real quick. This is the book that I made for tomorrow's envelope video. And one of my favorite things about it is that I can use the pages right side up instead of having to turn them, sideways to make them fit. So it's just a junk journal, but it was a lot of fun to make. A lot of the pages are out of the Wind in the Willows book, which, and then I put that in there just to have something different. And a little bit of music paper. So it's nothing fancy, but it's a good size to stick in your purse and take with you if you want to. And so, so I like it. Let's see what size envelope did we use. It's a 7 1/4 by 3 1/2 envelope. So, but I like the size of it real well. So definitely a traveler's notebook style. It's a little smaller than your average traveler's notebook, but it worked. It worked. Thank you, Janet. Hi, Mary. I don't know if I said hi to you or not. I'm glad you're here. Let's see who else I missed while I was talking about that. Well, I think I got everybody. I hope I did. Well, I hope you can come back too, Beverly. So I had fun making that project. But now I'm going to play with this one. And one reason I did this is not how I normally do things, because I don't really like all the different colors. So I don't know how I'm going to make this turn into something that that I'm going to like because of all the different colors. But I wanted to show y'all how it was put together. And the best way I could think of to do it was to show you, all the different colors of envelopes attached to each other. Hi, Annie. It's good to see you. I didn't make it back to your live stream this afternoon. I hope it went well. I was excited, though, to see you the first little short one, but I didn't make it back to the next one. Anyway, I've got some, actually, I think I like it like this because I like the different sizes like this. So I've got a bunch of different stuff that's all sewing kind of stuff. Got a bunch of pattern things. Let's see, a bunch of pattern things. and here's some different kinds of pattern paper. I was trying to see what else I had in here that we could use that wasn't just pattern paper. Oh, I'm glad it went well. Hi, Lori. It's good to see you. Hi, Colleen. I'm glad you're here. It's good to see all of you. Oh, this is tracing paper. I got it, but I haven't ever played with it. So I guess somebody needs to tell me something fun I can do with this that doesn't involve sewing. Well, I thought down in here I had some other stuff. Let's see. Okay, here's this. That's fun. Here's a few more of these. I just have thrown all this stuff in my, this is more sewing papers, in this box, and then I haven't ever gone back to look through and oh, those are pretty. That would be good to use. Here's some more. Oh, look at that one. I need one of those. I like that, actually. I wish I had the patterns to go with it. Hi, Rose. I'm so glad you're here. Well, Rose, we never did even get any mail today. So I don't know what was going on. Something was going on. I went out and looked just a little bit ago, and we didn't have any. This is a catalog. So we could use some of it, I guess, if we wanted to. Here's some dresses. Aren't those pretty? Trying to see what else I've got in here. These ladies. Oh, I've also got this magazine. Hip Parade from 1953. Hip Parader. So we could put, there's Doris Day. We could use some stuff out of that. And then this one is called Forecast. So I guess it's from 1954. I guess it's telling what kind of things they're going to be using. Hi, Christy. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I also got these. They're for to make fabric flowers. But I wonder if we couldn't use the same patterns and make paper flowers. That's why I picked it up, but I haven't ever actually looked at it. Neither has anybody else, evidently. So that one might be actually usable, sort of, for what it's made for. These would be fun to do in fabric too. I'll have to think about that. How big are the flowers? I don't know. Okay, it says flower A is 4.5 inches. The small one, and the big one's 5.25 inches. Flower B is small is 4, large is 5. Flower C, small is 3, 4, 5. So I would say they're all probably this big or bigger. So they're kind of big, but they would be fun. Of course, if you did them with paper, they would be flatter, and you could, maybe make them smaller once you figured out what you were doing. But this one right here looks like some of the stuff they do on the shabby chic journals already. I just haven't actually haven't ever done it. Hi, Sharon. It's good to see you. Anyway, I may keep those out. I can't remember who it was now, but somebody asked me if I would do a 31 days of do stuff with fabric. So that's a possibility. Okay, I got this out because I really wanted to do it, but now I'm kind of tired. I think I'm going to start out. I think what's bothering me is exactly what I told y'all earlier, all the different colors. So I think I'm going to ink it all, and then I'm going to put something neutral on top of all of it. Some of these. Maybe these have some color, this kind of blue. Put that on top of all of it, and then we'll see maybe what else we can do with it. Okay, Janet approves for 31 days of fabric. Well, if I do that, it'll probably be October before I can do that, but I'll think about it. I'm having enough trouble coming up with 31 different ideas for envelopes, 31 different ideas for fabric. I might have a hard time with it too. I don't know. Oh, good grief. I'm dropping everything today. You'd think I was pregnant. I'm definitely not, but oh, I'm so sorry, Christy, but I'm glad that you were able to make it through. We all love you too. Hi, Kathy. It's good to see you. Okay, I'm going to just start. Um, and we're just going to use the same ink on all of them. And I'm just going to I know I'm going to put stuff on them, so I'm just going to mostly go around the edges. But if I like it good enough, I might not actually cover all of the envelopes up. So I'm probably going to do more inking than is really necessary. I also haven't decided how many of these I'm going to make pockets and how many of them are just going to be, um, pages that flip. Can't really see a whole lot on this red. Just makes it look dirty. But I guess it does kind of tone it down a little bit, which is good because it was pretty bright. I know this is really exciting, isn't it? Aren't you glad you have each other to talk to while I'm sitting here and just inking stuff up? Yes, thank you, Janet. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be finishing Hannah's triangle book. We're going to be doing the Coptic binding. Okay, Rose, I hope that it's a good call you can enjoy. Hi, Dawn. It's good to see you. Well, I'm really tearing up this little pad. It's a good thing. It's a good thing somebody sent me a whole bunch of them. Otherwise, I would be having a hard time. I really am going to get around to doing something more exciting than inking here in a minute, but I'm hoping that after I get all these inked, then I'll like them better and all the different colors won't bug me so much. Because I don't want to have to try to make the papers go perfectly to every edge. And so, these tools work really well. They work really well. But be prepared to, if you're as rough as I am on it, to go through see all the little stuff coming off. And I may just be too rough on them, but oh goodness, Mark, that's a long, kind of hard process. We'll be praying for you that it goes well. Okay, let's see if we can ink under here some too. I might decide I want that to be a pocket, so. Yeah, they do eventually, Dawn. The one thing I like about this better than the artist sponges, well, I think this it takes up and releases the ink better, but I like the handle. The handle makes it so much easier for me to use. I have enough trouble getting myself all inked up without. I really get inked up when I use one of those artist sponges, or the makeup sponges or any of those things. Yeah, I use the makeup sponges with paint for stencils and things like that, but I have really made huge messes using them for this. I've done it because I didn't always have these, but so I'm going to ask y'all a question. How many of these do you think I should should make pockets, and how many of them should I just make pages? Just where I don't have a pocket and a page. Dawn loves pockets. Okay. Hi, Beth. It's good to see you. I guess you can tell, Beth, we're playing with ink today. I'm eventually going to get around to using some paper and stuff. But I'm just trying to see if I'm even going to like this at all. I thought this might help me decide if I like it better inked, then I'll probably be okay with it once I put paper on it. Oh, cool. A flower press. Mina says, the more intricate it is, the better. Love pockets and flip pages and things like that. All right, Mina. Oh, got another. I hate it when I get all those notifications and they come up in front of my chat and I can't see what y'all are saying. Yeah, that's what I'm going to decorate with, Dawn, is the sewing ephemera. I have it and I like it, so I'm going to use it. I've been hoarding things until I could come up with the perfect idea, and that's just ridiculous. I need to go ahead and use the things I like instead of, it's like Happy Mail. You get Happy Mail and you hoard it because somebody gave it to you, so you want to make sure you do something that's worthy of it, and then you don't ever use it. And so I want to start using it, Dawn. I'm encouraging you. Start using it. Because you'll, if you're like me anyway, you'll never think this is the perfect idea. I'm going to really love this. I'm not going to, and so it's worthy of my, whatever it is that you're hoarding. If you think of a good idea, just use it. You can always buy more sewing ephemera at the thrift store. At least I can, because it's there all the time. I'm trying to not go as often now because I'm trying to, use up what I've got and make my room more manageable. Hi, Suze. It's good to see you. Okay. Let's get all this stuff. All right, let's see what we've got here. I didn't do the back. I guess I need to do the back because it may end up being something on its own and not something sewn into a journal because it's so big. It may just be a journal all of its own. And if that's the case, then I definitely want the edges inked on the back. Oh, love Kylie Coo. I'm trying to think what it was I just watched her do not too long ago that I decided I wanted to do, but I can't remember what it is right now. Okay. Yeah, I do like it better. See, that's all it took was a little ink, and I'm already happier. And one reason I decided to do this tonight was because I was not looking forward to doing it. So I thought if I do it with y'all, I'll be happier about it than if I do it on a video in September. Okay. I like this one because it's not just black and white, it's got blue. And I like that. But I'm probably going to use parts that won't encourage me to leave it alone. If you get something that's too pretty, like this right here, I wouldn't. Well, I could not cover her up and still put it on the front and just cover the other stuff up. Let's think about that. Oh, okay. Change my mind about that. Okay, I'm just going to take off some of it, and that'll give us more to work with here. Okay, I have a problem. See, if I do this, some of it's going to show because it's not cut straight. So I could move it in here and just use her. Maybe right here would be the good place to use it. And then when I flip, you can see her. See, there's always an answer. You just have to find it. Okay, let me. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and trim this. My mom used the dining room table. She would move everything off the dining room table, and then we would cut out patterns on the dining room table. And you're right, those are lovely memories. Okay. Let's see if this will look, how that'll look. Okay, it's definitely not perfect. Hi, Joan. It's good to see you. I remember my mom sewed for me and my sister, and she sewed for herself. She even altered. My dad was so short that he couldn't buy suits. So they would buy a suit, and then she would have to remake it for him pretty much. But my brother always bought clothes. You know, I got hand-me-downs or home sewn clothes. At the time, I was jealous of him. And boys wore out their clothes back then so much it was harder to find even boys' clothes at garage sales. Like she could find clothes for me and my sister at a garage sale. It's funny to look back and think, and now I'm not the least bit offended by hand-me-downs or things that come from garage sales or thrift stores. I guess maybe that's why. Maybe I finally figured out that's the only way to be able to provide for your family well and be a stay-at-home mom is to be willing to do those things. Because it's expensive. Clothes for kids are expensive. I can also remember her saying, "Oh, I don't need anything." And I do the same thing, so I understand. I don't need a special dress. I'm not. So unless I'm going to weddings or funerals, I don't really wear dresses that much. I like them. I'm not opposed to them. I'm short and it's hard to fit me. So now that it's okay to wear pants everywhere, I pretty much do. Okay. I like that so far. So let's see, what can we put here that will look good with that? See, now I've got myself thinking about wanting things that This is just a background, Lisa. Just a background. Thanks, Beth. Let's take off this. I kind of like sometimes leaving what the pattern was, at least as much as you can. And if I'm going to go ahead and do this, I'm going to leave a little bit of a border. I didn't quite get a border right there, but I guess that's okay. We're not going to complain about it. Maybe I should be using something else to put my glue on with instead of just gluing it right onto here because I'm getting some glue mess. Okay. There's that. Let's find something to go here. That is so true, Beth. So many projects, not enough time. I used to say that about books, but now I'm so busy doing projects, I don't read as much as I used to. Not that I wouldn't love to. Okay, let's go ahead and whoops. Okay, now I'm going to take that off. You do need to be a little bit careful with this old paper because it doesn't always want to do what it's supposed to do. Okay, let's see. I just need to take off a tiny bit here. Alrighty. Let's move this in a little bit. There we go. Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. Now I just realized I didn't ink that one. We'll just go back and do it after inking, which is not quite as good, but it's better than forgetting it all together. Okay. Oh no, this is for this one. I got to get me a new one of these. I'm making a mess with that. The only thing I don't like about getting a new one out is that then you have to ink it up, and it takes a lot to get it to go ahead and pull up enough ink to start actually using. It's not seasoned. That's right, Dawn. You got to season it. Takes almost as long as it does to season a cast iron skillet. Well, not really. You don't have to leave it in the oven for an hour or whatever, but anyway, it does take longer than you'd think it should. And it's really kind of hard to ink this flimsy, delicate paper. All right. I can't wait to see what you got off of your to-do list. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that's not very centered. Y'all have come to understand that my things are not going to be perfect, so. Okay. I think I do want to go ahead and do this one. There's not as much blue on this one, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on this too, since it's the front. Okay, let's just. Let's see how much of this we need to take off. Okay, I'm not as good at getting tiny bits off. You have to really hold it down good and do short little bursts. If you do that, it does come off, but it's a little scarier. I want to leave the blue. Hopefully that'll be small enough if I. Don't forget to ink it. That's right. Thanks. Okay, I'm going to take off right up here too for continuity. Let's see how that's going to look. All right, I'm not sure if this thing will work, but I'm going to try using this little corner rounder on those spots. This is such flimsy paper. I don't know how well a corner rounder will work on it. Well, some. Better than not using it. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and ink this up. I can tell I'm not going to get as much done on this as I thought I would, or we're not going to have time for a pick 10. So I'm going to let y'all tell me, would you rather me go ahead and finish this, or would you rather go ahead and do a pick 10? I thought this would go a lot faster than it has. Janet, if you'll take, count the votes for pick 10 or finish this, then we'll do whichever the majority says. Got to have more than 2 votes. That's a tie. I know some of you probably don't care, but if you care, you probably should vote. Okay. Well, I'm fine with that. Uh-oh. Should have put this on from this end, because that's fatter than this. So let's go down a little bit. Well, thank you, Mindy. Hi, Miffy. It's good to have you here. Well, I think I'm going to just go ahead and work on this then, since it was winning anyway. Finish the envelope. All righty, good. I will finish it. Okay, now we have something to think about here. This is not a pocket. This is not a pocket, but I didn't intend for either one of those to be pockets. This can be a pocket that will open, you know, you can tuck something in here. But if it is going to be a pocket, I need to put something stiffer than this over that spot. Well, I'm glad you were able to catch us tonight. We're glad you're here. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to, I was thinking I would just open this end up to be the pocket and just go ahead and glue this, down. That way something could be tucking out here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, but I still only want to put a little bit of glue here, not, so I'm going to use this kind of glue instead of my glue stick. Sharon agrees with me. Make it a pocket, she says. So, okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to glue right straight down here. That way I can leave the this part open to be part of the pocket. And if you scoot, if you're wiping out away from that V, it should stay open. So we will see. Hi, Roy. It's good to see you. It on tomorrow it will be on Tanya's channel. It will be on Tanya's channel tomorrow. We were on my channel, the first one. So if you're not subscribed to Tanya McGuire, you need to subscribe so you can watch us finish that book. Hannah, come on out, babe.
Oh, I thought you were still recording.
No, now I'm live streaming. They loved your quilt and your painting, though.
Okay.
Did you need something? They're looking forward to us finishing that book tomorrow, too.
Yay. I think that there's something wrong with this bird that won't get off the sidewalk.
Well,
and I have no idea what to do.
Where's your dad?
He's in the bathroom.
Okay. Y'all, we got a bird emergency. I'm going to go out and see what I can see. I'll be back in just a moment. Oh, well, the little birdie doesn't seem to be hurt. It's just very young. I think its mama will come help it if Hannah will go in the house and ignore it. She said the mom came and fluttered around close to it one time, but she was worried it might need something. So we're going to leave it alone so that mommy will come and take care of it. It's all about the bird. That's right, Becky. Hi, it's good to see you. It was important. It was a bird alert. Okay, so now we have a pocket here. And yeah, this one, it's still got some, baby feathers. But it's big enough. It's hopping around, so it's not brand new. I think it'll be okay. Hi, Tanya. It's good to see you. Janet's been advertising for us for tomorrow. Everybody, there's Tanya. If you don't already subscribe to her, hover over her and you'll see 3 dots, and then it'll say go to channel, and you need to go to her channel and subscribe to her. So, well, just for general purposes, but also so you can watch us finish that book tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to let this be a pocket, and I'm going to let this be a pocket. And I just don't like those little things sticking out. So I'm going to trim them off. Thank you, Janet. Hi, Miss Allie. So good to see you. Oh, having dinner with hubby is important. I just decided I wanted to go ahead and decorate one of these flip books. I've got another one I'll do during my September decorating the things I made in August videos, but I wanted to go ahead and play with one now. So, okay, so I've got a pocket here and a pocket here. Now we could decorate right here and right here as well, and we might. We'll just have to see. I'm gonna glue this a little bit here and right here. I think probably need to do it. Some of these places too. Well, that one probably would have been okay, but now I've messed with it, and so now I have to glue it. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this book. I remember the inspiration for it was the lap books that I used to make with my kids. And my son always called those a flip books because he thought lap book was kind of a silly name. And I said, well, it's because you do it and you read it and everything in your lap. Because you read all your books in your lap. Okay, that's true. What can I say to that? Okay. I think I'm gonna make this one not a pocket. And I'm gonna make this one a pocket that you can tuck something in from. No. Yeah, I'm going to make this one a pocket and that one not a pocket. So let's do that real quick. I was thinking I would just turn this into a pocket here, but I forgot I was going to do something else like a belly band kind of thing on this page. So don't have enough room on my table for this to. Okay. So since this one's not going to be a pocket, we're going to do it next, and we want it to be facing this direction. Not that I don't, it probably doesn't really matter. Okay. I'm going to trim off a lot of this extra stuff. I'll leave a little bit, but I don't want to leave a lot. Okay. Oops. All right, some golden books. Yay. I have way more of those than I will ever do anything with. So if any of you need a golden book to work with when Tanya and I do that in November, and you can't find one, talk to me about it, and I'll find one for you. I don't know how many I have that are Christmassy. Of course, it doesn't have to be Christmas. That's just what I'm planning to do with mine. I am going to make a video for that when the time comes. But there are lots of videos out there already of people who do stuff with little golden books. So but we're going to play with altering one in November. A mini napkin flow books. Oh, how fun. I can't believe you don't have little golden books in the UK. That's depressing. But any children's book will work. Doesn't even have to be a children's book. That's just little golden books or children's books. Okay. Now I'm going to do a big one here because this one also look at these. There's nothing on the back. I don't think I've ever gotten one of these with nothing on the back. This one doesn't have anything on the back. Yeah, any kind of book. They're classic. Yeah, that's true. Okay, let me. Okay. Well, I hope there's somewhere. It's just it's hard for me to imagine a childhood without them, I guess, because that's, it's like not having Dr. Seuss or something. Well, maybe not quite as bad as not having Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss was really important in our family. But, and I'm going to go ahead and let that be rough there, because I'm all right with that. Yes, just rest. Rest, Rose. Okay. I think I missed someplace right there, too. All righty. Now we're going to Well, I'm sure if there's not little golden books someplace, I'm glad you got them in Australia because I think they're cool. But oh, good night, Mary. But if there's someplace that doesn't have them, I'm sure they've got something else that everybody loves the way we love little golden books here. But I think I got that crooked. Okay. There's that one. Now let's see. We've got this one. So we've got these three that are pockets left to do. And then the fronts of those. And then the back of the whole thing. Since I'm not sure if this is going to be in a journal or if it's just going to be a journal, I want to do the back. So let's go ahead and do the back real quick. Trying to see what I've got that'll fit, because now I've got this all torn up in little pieces. Okay, this one might work. There we go. All right. Sorry, got all this mess. Good night, Becky. Enjoy planting your mushrooms. That sounds like a very worthy activity. I have never grown mushrooms except the kind that grow in your yard that you wouldn't eat. And the ones that come along, whether you want them to or not. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to do this one. Oh, I got a wrinkle there. I'm just going to leave it. Just going to leave it. Get that glue off so we can turn this over without being afraid of gluing it down to the table. Okay. So we've got the back. We've got that. We've got that. Okay. I really like this darker one better. So that's what I'm going to work with here. I just realized something. Y'all didn't stop me. I just glued down this one and this one and this one without inking them. Thanks, Holly. I like these too. You don't often see them, or at least I don't often see them with blue ink. So I like that. Plus, I just like the old pattern paper. We'll add some other stuff to decorate it too. I've got some things that my grandmother left me with her sewing machine that I made copies of. That okay, this is a pocket. So let's go back up here. That's where I was supposed to be putting this anyway. That's a good idea, Beth. Thank you. That's a good idea. Thank you, Suze. Hello, Button. It's so nice to have you in my live stream. I don't think you've been here before, but it's good to have you here. I've seen you in other people's live streams, but never mind. So welcome, welcome. And if you haven't, I just missed you. I'm embarrassed and sorry. Okay, good. I do miss people sometimes when they come in, and that's embarrassing. So, well, we got started working on this, and everybody told me to finish it instead of worrying about a pick 10. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're just going to work on this. It always takes me longer to do these kinds of projects than I think it should. Okay, let's see. Nope. Excuse me. She's a keeper. Yep, yep. I think all my crafty friends are keepers. Okay, let's see if we can. Excuse me. I'm going to have to go in the house and get a cough drop. I got out here with that one. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, Bootsy, opinionated and shy do go together. I know because I have two children who are both opinionated and shy. so, so I can answer that for you. Button doesn't even have to answer. Thanks, Tanya. Okay, I think I'm going to go. About here. Tanya has one of those as well, and Bootsy is one. So why did you even ask that question? It's funny how sometimes we don't think about things in certain terminology until someone else says it, and then we're like, oh, yeah, I've been there. Yeah, it's a thing, Button. It's a thing for sure. I might not have realized how very real that is if I hadn't had the children I have. Because while I've probably been somewhat opinionated, I have never really been shy. Well, I say that. I wouldn't want to be in a play or, something like that. I did sing in the choir, but there were a whole bunch of other people singing with me. I never wanted to sing a solo. So I can be shy in that stint. But Hannah's always, we go to the grocery store and she's like, Mom, how come everybody talks to you in the grocery store? And you talk right back just like they're friends. I said, well, they are friends. They're just friends I don't know yet. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe I just look like somebody that they can ask a question of. I used to really wonder about it because I would go in on my lunch hour, I would go to the mall, and people would stop me in Dillard's and ask me questions. I'm like, I don't know. I just shop here. Yeah, that was before kids. Now I can't imagine shopping at Dillard's, but you know, kids are worth giving up Dillard's. Oh goodness, Rose. I'm sorry you had to shut it all down. Those updates, they're pretty bossy. I had one update and I still don't know if it ever happened. It was a Windows update and it kept telling me that my computer, there was some certain one thing that wasn't going to let it update if I didn't change this thing. And I did what it told me to do to change it several times, and it never did go ahead and do the update. And um, then suddenly it was updating. So I don't know if it was the virus update or if it was the Windows update that it was doing when. So we'll see. It is harder in person, Button. Um, my daughter she couldn't believe that I could even do this, and she told me she could never make videos. But she is doing that book with me and Tanya, and she said it was easier than she thought it would be, but it still completely tires her out to do it. We got through with that, and she just had to go hide in her room for a while. You cannot stream and update at the same time. Very annoying, I bet. Just not enough bandwidth, I guess, Rose. I have too much glue. It's about time, huh, Bootsy? Yeah, my Hannah has a shirt and it says, "I'm a social vegan. I hate meat, MEET." Oh, that is a perfect shirt for her. Okay, now I've got this, and this that are pockets that need to be done, and then this one, and we'll be through with our underpants. Okay, so let's do this one next because it's not a pocket and I want to do the whole page. And then these ones that are pockets, we'll do them a little differently. Okay, let's see. I kind of like that with the words. So I'm going to just take off the black there. And right here. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this because it's not quite wide enough to. Well, I could make it. I can do it any way I want. So I'll just take that black off too. It's my book. Okay. Ribbon. Ribbon for what, Beth? French stamp writing. Oh, for the strips. Okay. 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 I think I'm gonna, I may wish I hadn't done this, but this one is so much a different color, and that may make it worse. I don't know. It was just too gray, not brown enough or something. I don't know. Ooh, good idea, Rose. Thanks, Janet. Okay. Now then, I think I do want to do these parts like I'm doing the rest of this, and then I'll do something special here and here. I even thought about lace maybe. Anyway, we'll think about that after I get these three done. Let's see. I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't decide what I want to do. Okay. 26 out of 35. What's that? I'm sorry. I'm behind on whatever it is because I don't have any idea. 26 out of 35. Oh, thumbs up. Okay. Oh, yeah, see, I am behind. So, do I want to do? All right, let's just do this. Well, if that's all it takes to make you happy, Roy, I'm proud of you. That sounds good. I have never had ice milk. Except for the stuff they used to pass off as ice cream, but they called it ice milk because it didn't have any cream in it, which was not good. Ice cream should be ice cream. And there, I forgot to ink another one. Well, we'll use the pencil like they said. I can worry about that later. Okay, 2 more. All right, let's see. We're bound to have something that will be long enough here. Okay. I'll take off just a little bit here. Good night, Annie. Yes, off to sleep with you. Yes, yes, please go sleep. That's about what time I get to sleep, too. I mean, I try to go to bed earlier than that, but going to bed and getting to sleep are not always the same thing. In fact, they're never the same thing for me. I have to lay there forever before I go to sleep. It's like the Lisa rule or something. I don't know. I don't seem to be able to avoid it. But I hope you can go straight to sleep. Okay. Alrighty. We're getting this done, and then we can get to the really fun part. Hopefully, it'll be fun. Of the prettier decorations instead of just all the background stuff. It's funny, you can spend all this time on it, and it's all just background stuff. Oh, well, I got to clean my hands. I got ink on everything. Just a minute. Oh. Oh, Janet, I meant to tell you, I'll send you the tracking number later, but I did mail your package, and it's supposed to get to you on Wednesday. So I hope it really does. But I will type the tracking number in later. I just haven't had a chance to do that. Okay, now one more little pocket right here, and then we can, I think I'm going to do it with this so it can, because that way it can match that. Oh, no. No, no, no. What was I thinking? Okay, we're just doing down here. See, I almost covered up that pocket. Almost covered up that pocket. Okay. Light blue lace. That's a good idea. I'm trying to think if I even have any. I'm not really big into colored laces, so I don't have very many. I think I have some blue somewhere. I'll have to look and see. I have a few just because they happen to be, you know, what was at the thrift store, but some of the colored laces that I got at the thrift store I got rid of. Okay. I don't know if y'all can even. Okay. I almost finished this glue stick. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I thought, was I going to make that one a pocket? Well, I'm not now, obviously, but can't remember if I intended to or not, but it's not a pocket now. Okay. So there's what it looks like at this point. And then this is how it opens up. So I've got a pocket here, and then these 3 pockets. All right, let me see what kind of lace I've got. Oh, here's. Well, this has some blue in it, but it's not just blue. Here's some ribbon. Here's some blue lace. That's, I don't know if that's light enough blue. It's just what I have handy. There's some more ribbon. Oh, thank you, Tanya. I feel better. Thank you for reminding me what I said. And I'm glad that that's what I said. Oh, this is wide. I forgot about this. See, that's really too wide, even if I just used half of it. Well, I guess if it, went over here, I could use some of it right there. Is this the one you're talking about? Yeah. That one would have to, actually, that would make a pretty place to tuck stuff in right here, don't you think? If I glued it down at both ends. This one's all wrinkledy though. I think I've got some more. Just a second. Oh. Okay. This is something I got at the thrift store. and the thrift store had it for $5.99, but I got it half price on that day. But the original price had been $33.99, and it had never been opened, I don't think. Can you imagine spending that much money on lace even now? But back whenever this was sold, it would have been way more. Um, no, tomorrow's video is this one. It's how I made this little book. That's tomorrow's video. And I'll have to go back and look. I don't think I actually showed how I put these together. I just showed you about once it was done. But I can go back and make a video to do that. But tomorrow's video is about this journal. I probably should have done that. I thought it would be obvious. It's one of those things you think, well, that should be just obvious. I'll just show them where I put all the they can see all the flaps and then they'll know how to put it together, but that's not necessarily true. Okay, let me. Okay. Okay. So we can put this here. I will do one, though, that shows you how I put it together. I'm sorry. Hi, Arlene. It's good to see you. Let me check something. Okay. Oh, I'm back. Is everybody back? I don't even know how to tell when I'm gone, except when y'all tell me. Because it all looks the same to me. There may be some way to know, but I don't know how to know. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad I'm back. Okay. Thank you. I like it. I think it looks really good. We'll just let it dry. And I've got this piece of lace, of ribbon, that I could put right there. I've also got this, which might be pretty. I wanted to use this on one of them for sure. So what do you think? I think I'm going to put it right here because it's a big piece and that'll make me happy. Thank you, Suze. Thank you, Mina. Hi, Rosie. It's so good to see you. We're playing. I'm making a flip book. Well, I'm decorating a flip book. I made it at another time, but we're decorating it. Oh, I really like that. I'm tempted to just go ahead and use it here and here also. What do y'all think? Is that too much of it to use it in all three of those places? Should I try to find something else to go in those places? Tell me what you think. I do have this little blue ribbon. What do you think of that? It's not as wide, but I still think it'd be cute. Okay. So we'll use that one here. I'm trying to see if I've got anything else with blue in it. I know it doesn't have to have blue in it, but let's see. Oh, those are not long enough. I was thinking if I had a strip, I could just put a strip of fabric. Okay, let's just do this one first, and then we'll think about something else. Okay, there's that one. All right, let me just play with this a little bit here and see if um, oh, very cool, Tanya. All the things you can use on your jelly plate. That sounds like something I need to read. Okay, I'm going to trim this off, and we're going to see if this one will work. Oh, I must have missed that part. Blue stencil. Oh, yeah, you could use it for a stencil, all right. And I could tuck it under here just a little bit so it would fit better. Or I could tuck this part under there since it's kind of... Okay, let's trim this a little bit. Beth says yes, blue lace. Okay. We can just put it like that. Oh, that's interesting, Susan. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. But I think I'm going to put it down with the glue stick. I think it'll be easier. There we go. Hi, Malia. It's so good to see you. Oh, dear. I hate it when you order something and it comes and it's either not just not good, or it's packaged in such a way that it's a mess. Okay. So there's our lace. Let me get these things out of the way now. I may want to put some lace and stuff on the front too, but I don't think I'm going to use any of the things we've already used. So I can put those up. All right. I also want to get down under here and get some of these images. So let's get that stuff out of the way. Good night, Roy. Sleep well. Rick Rack zippers, buttons. Ooh, good idea, Rose. I have all of those things. I have all of those things. You're making me think. You're making me think. The problem with this kind of book is where's the best place to put certain things. Like a zipper. I think a zipper would probably be better either here or here. Ooh, a zipper right there would be great. And we can put the Rick Rack maybe on here. Let's put a zipper right there. That's a good idea. Let me look and see what I can find. Okay. I've also got some of this old fabric measuring tape, so we can use some of that. I have this zipper, which I think will go nicely. But I've also got this one, which kind of matches the yes, Janet, it is. Yeah. It's like the second video. That was the first thing I did, was after I made the journal, the big journal, the first thing I did was make these. So what do y'all think? I've got green, or I've got that one, or I've got this. Any of them will have to be cut. Although I could use a zipper as some kind of some kind of closure. Yeah, this one is long, but this one is ridiculously long. It's like or that's true. We could do the measuring tape as the closure. Whatever it is, we would need some way to attach it. I'm not really into the color of this. That's the only thing I don't like about it, is the color. But that doesn't mean we can't use it anyway. Okay. Let's just, for right now, let's plan on doing a zipper here because I just think that's a cute idea. So which one do you think I should use? The kind of, this is really a lighter color. It's more of a coral color. And then this one is, it's green. It's just lighter. Both of them are lighter than they show here. The coral. Okay, thank you. Now, that means I'm going to have to cut this zipper, which means I can use the rest of it for something else. But I have to decide, do I want that to stick up above like that? Just for kicks? I think I do. Oh, I don't want to use those scissors to cut that zipper because it's a metal zipper. So here we go. Okay. Alrighty. That would be cool. I just don't see a way to do that and be able to zip it back up. Because once you unzip this, it's going to break apart. And if you don't unzip it all the way, you can't open it up. But that would be cool. Now you got me wishing I could do that, Mark. Oops.
The
bird?
No, the kebab thing.
Yeah.
The big rack.
Yeah.
Can they go in the dishwasher?
I think so.
Okay. I'll put it on the top.
Okay. Sorry. We had a dish conundrum. You could use the zipper to make a pocket. Yeah, you could. You could. And we could still do that. I've got more zippers. But I just kind of like that one just sitting there. Okay. So let's do some more decorating, and then we'll figure out a closure, because that's going to be a we'll want to work around stuff, I guess is what I'm saying. Do the zipper pocket as part of my envelope challenge. I'll have to think on that. I'll have to think on that. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see if we can find well, we could put her on there. Oh, she's too big. She's too big. She's too big. Let's find somebody else. Okay, I have, where did I put those? Where did all my, what do you call those things? There they are. These. Here we go. Thank you, Mindy. Yeah, well, I was thinking one of these ladies would bring that in. Actually, I could fit all three of them on there. Yeah, I love that too. I wish I had one like that. Except I would need shorter sleeves so I could art in it. Okay, let's open this up, because I might want to use the back of it for something else. It says it's proportioned to your height. I bet they don't have anything to proportion it to my height, but I could be wrong. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do kind of a close cut rather than a real fussy cut on these. Find the Chatty Cathy pattern. Well, you might could. I don't know what a Chatty Cathy pattern is, so I'm afraid I'm at a loss there. We're just going to use what I have. This one belonged to Grace Merrick, it says. Well, thank you, Grace, for taking it to the thrift store and letting me come get it. Well, I'm feeling really out of touch because I don't know Chatty Cathy. Okay. Well, they don't quite fit. No, I'm 56. I just turned 56. But I wasn't really into dolls, and so that may be part of it. Yes, I could allow them to stick up, but it would just be her. I would need to back that with something, and that's something to think about for sure. It just barely doesn't fit. I had Barbie dolls, um, but all I did with them was build houses for them. I never actually played with them. I just built houses for them. So I was just a crafty girl. I wasn't a Barbie girl. Ah, and I had a baby tender love. I remember that, but I didn't play with her either. Okay, I'm going to trim this close at the bottom, I think. And we'll see if that'll. I don't want to cut her feet off, but I want see if that'll let this lady in. Almost. We'll just trim it just a tad, and it'll be all right. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I didn't even sew for mine. I just made houses for them, and um, um, that was pretty much it. Mom had found all my Barbies came from garage sales, and my mom was a very good garage sailor. So I had Barbie doll clothes, and they all came with fancy clothes, which um, I would put on. I would put clothes on them, and then I would go build a house for them, and they just kind of sit there and watch me build a house. That's I used when I played with my friend. Her mom wore high heels. My mom never really wore high heels, but her mom did. And so when I went over to her house to play Barbies, we they had sports cars that in her mom's high heels were their sports cars. So they were rich. They were rich ladies when we were at her house because they had fancy cars. At my house, that we didn't even bother with cars because we didn't have any shoes that would be fun. But we made beds out of shoe boxes and all that kind of stuff. My very first doll that my daddy bought for me, he bought it at a secondhand store. I don't think they called anything thrift stores back then. They called them secondhand stores. But he bought it like a day after I was born. Before I came home from the hospital, he bought me this little doll. And it was a rubber doll, and its head would turn, and it was asleep if you had the head one way and awake if you had the other way. But it was wrapped in a blanket, and it was just rubber. You couldn't really do anything with it. But that was my first doll. I still have her. Okay, I like that. Does that look good to y'all for the front? And I think that will let me do anything I want to close it, which I like. So we had an old tractor tire for a sandbox, and I don't remember. I know it had sand in it probably when I was really little, but I don't really remember that. when I remember playing in it the most, it didn't even have any sand in it. It was just mud, and we would put boards across one side of it, and we would make mud hamburgers and mud pies and um, things, and we played restaurant. Oh goodness, memories, memories. Put the measuring tape under. Okay, that's a good idea. But should it be under this, and then it can tie here? Like that. Is that what you're thinking? To put the measuring tape under like this? And it would have to tie on the left, yeah. I've got the measuring tape upside down though. Or button. That's true. I'm going to leave it long like this, and then we can decide what we want to do with it later. But this way it'll already be tucked in. Okay. That was a good time to tell me that. If I had not paid attention to you and not read the chat, I'd have been in trouble because I'd have been mad at myself. I'd have been mad at myself for not seeing that. Okay. Okay. Now let's get these up before they get dry. That's the one bad thing about that, is that it does dry pretty quick. And there we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and glue it down back here too, just so that it'll be thanks, Rose. Okay. Now we've got that. We can figure out what we're going to do with that later. So y'all can be thinking about it, especially because it has to do with sewing. Yeah, I love sewing ephemera. I'm not big on sewing at the moment, but I love all the stuff. Now then, that one is cute. Look at this little guy right here. He looks kind of perturbed. Maybe I need to put him by himself right there. He looks kind of sad. Do I want a sad little boy on here or not? The other boys look happy. That's kind of sad that he looks sad. Maybe he's just shy. Maybe he's not sad. He's just shy and he's looking down. But they're blue. I like that about them. Love the pouty boy. Yeah. I like all these boys. They're all really cute. They're all different. That's true. Nana didn't make his shirt in the right colors. He doesn't have sleeves. Well, this guy doesn't have sleeves either. I was going to say maybe he's embarrassed because he doesn't have sleeves, but maybe he did strike out. Yeah, you just never know. But they're really cute boys. Um, maybe I could make a tag that will tuck under here. Would that be silly to have boys under that lace? I love the little ginger too because I have two gingers. Both my kids had lovely, lovely red hair. Okay, we're gonna make these guys into a tag. So let's just go ahead and do that while we're thinking about it. All right, I'm gonna move this out of the way for now so we can make this into a tag. And those little girls are cute too. We may use them on another page. These are not all old, but look at those ladies. Look at these little girls. Aren't they cute? Okay. We'll decide how many more of these we want to use in a minute. I want to work on these right here, right now. So I need something stiff to make my tag with. Okay, don't fall down, please. Let's see if this will. Okay, I don't think this is square, so let me square it up. Actually, I think I'm going to glue them down and then square it up. Maybe that's a better idea. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do it this way because I want it as wide as I want to be able to get all the way from here to here. I'm going to have to trim his hand a little bit as it is. Okay. I thought I would put all four of them on one big tag and put it let's see if it'll even fit. Put it right in here. Like that. What do you think about that? Does that sound good? Okay. Oh, gotta fold everything. Okay. Okay, where? Okay, now let's. I want to make sure I get their feet in, so. Okay. Oops. Okay. I'm glad that we've helped you smile, Rose. Okay. Now we need to trim them. Okay. That's a very, very square tag. But I think I'm going to leave it like that. It can be, I don't know, something other than a tag. I guess it'd be a journaling spot or something. Okay, now then, they are very white compared to the rest of this book. Look at this. Um, put the little girls on this side. I think they're oriented different and they won't quite fit. See? And I would really like to get all of them on whatever I put them on, because that whole picture is really pretty. It's a good idea. I just don't think it would, just won't quite fit. Yeah, that's sad because that would have been a great idea. But we'll make another one for them. But I do need to put something back there. So let's think. Are those guys going to fit? No, they're not going to fit. I was thinking we could put these guys back there, but they won't fit. Okay, let's get... we could just put some of this paper back there. It won't completely cover it up. Fabric. That's a great idea, Mina. That's a great idea. Okay. Let's move this and find fabric. Well, Rosa, the girls that we found were too tall. The picture was too tall to go on this tag. Otherwise, I would have done that, because that's a great idea. But let's get some fabric. If I can find some that will be easy to put back there. Oh. Well, that won't quite fit. All right, give me a minute. I'll find something. Could just put something like that on it. But wouldn't hide. That looks a lot browner. It's really more of an olive green. Light tissue paper. That's a great idea, Beth. That's a great idea. Let me look here real quick. I think I've got, I know I've got tissue paper, but oh no, what I have in here is and none of these have the patterns in them. That's what I want to do, is use pattern paper. Oh. Yeah, a brown paper bag would work great there. That's a great idea. But I could put this over the boys, and it would, I think it would, I think they would show through. Do you think they would, if I glued it down, that they would show through? Do you think that's thin enough? If we did it, you know, like right here, there wouldn't be any black on it. It would just be kind of like using the, yeah, using a wet glue. Like when we do your tea dye, your tea bags, Janet, this is thinner than tea bag paper. It should work, don't you think? Yeah, they won't be bold. Yeah, I like the tea bag look. All right, let's just try it. And let's get that so we're not dealing with such a big piece. And we'll just use the Mod Podge right on here. Okay, let me get a brush. And I need something to put under this so I don't stick it to something I don't want it stuck to. I tell you, just dropping stuff all day long. Okay. All right, we're going to see what happens. I want to make sure this is good and wet because I want it to definitely go clear on me if it will. Actually, it was my parchment paper was at the end of the roll, and I didn't know it, and so it the roll came out of the box and fell on the floor. So it was not the kind of issue it could have been if it had been a Craft-A-Lanch. So I guess I have something to be grateful for, don't I? Okay. Now then, yeah, that knocks back the white, which was the main thing I wanted. I'm going to use my heat gun for a minute. Okay. I agree with you, Beth. All of you are helping me out a lot tonight, and I appreciate it. Okay. That definitely knocks it back. It's not quite as clear as I was hoping it would be, but I still like it better than the white. So. Let's see. So should I just glue it in pieces and cover up the whole back, or just glue that on and let it be what it is? What do you think? Glue it down in layers. Okay. Well, if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do more than, I want to do more than one layer. So, oh, I just, of course, put my brush up. Okay. And I could have just glued this down with a glue stick. I just didn't think about it at the time. Uh-oh. Stuck to it and tore some of it up. That's all right. We have more. I have a little too much water in this brush, and so I'm having to add some more glue to make it not so watery. Good night, Arlene. I'm glad you came. Okay. Let's go ahead and put a lid on this, at least for now. All right. I'm going to dry this one too. Well, I may have used that a little more than I should have. It smells like my paper's burning. It smells good, but it smells like burning paper. Okay, let's just trim this off. And then we'll ink around the edges. A couple of the corners are not perfectly covered, so. No, I missed that side. Let's go from this side. Okay. Oh, that spot's still really wet. Let me dry it a little more. Okay. I'm going to also see if I can round these corners. Dress it up a little bit. Okay, now some ink. Okay, Joan, thanks for coming in. God bless you, and I hope you get to feeling better. You too, Rose. Thank you for coming. I hope you get to feeling better. I appreciate you ladies coming and being with us. Well, that almost looks like copper on there. That's really cool. Wow. I don't know if it looks that way to y'all, but it looks metallic-y and everything. That's really, really nifty. Let's go ahead and do this side too, just because it's pretty. Okay. There they are. I'm happy with that. Oh, now where'd I put my book? Oh. Okay. I can already tell you we're obviously not going to get this thing finished tonight. Oh. Okay. There's that. I'm wondering if a snap, a real or a hook and eye, that might be fun. I don't know. Have to think about it. It's stinking cute. Yeah. I'm enjoying it. I like it. I'm happy with it. Okay. Now then, we need to go back to something on these pages. Let me get my papers where I copied my grandma's stuff. Okay, let's see. Got that. And that. And this. I could put some of this that's railroad stuff, but I could tuck something in made out of that. Here's some stuff from that I printed off from Rose's blog. If y'all don't, she has a really cool blog, and she has a lot of things you can print off and use in your art. She has some paper dolls, and then the dresses that go with them. I forgot that I had those in here with this stuff. Oh, some of the butterflies might be fun. Oh, Annie, I'm glad you chose to spend your time with us if you can't sleep, but I'm sad that you can't sleep. So there's another one. There's some of those. This may be the same. Okay. She has a Facebook group too. Rose, she's probably gone already. I would love to post that. Janet, do you belong to Rose's Facebook group? Thank you, Janet. And she posts a lot of the links to these things from her blog in her Facebook group. So that will help you find some of her stuff. Okay, I like this. Let's start with some of these things. These were in my grandma's sewing basket. And they were definitely distressed. Okay, so there's that piece. And let me just get this out of here. It's easier to cut if it's not attached to this whole thing. This one's kind of cool too, and it's blue, so. Good night, Suze. Sleep well. Okay. Trying to think about that. Okay, let's go ahead and ink these and see what we think. It says, remember to sew firmly. You don't want to sew snaps on there willy-nilly. You want to sew them firmly. That's what you've been doing wrong. You weren't sewing firmly. I think I want to leave that. I like that. I'm wondering though if I really want both of those on the same page. No, you don't. Do you have seam binding? Yes, I do. Actually, have seam binding. Yeah, let me ink this up real quick and I will go find it. Trying to remember where it is. I found this too. Have you ever seen that? Rick Rack with an edge? I got this at the thrift store in with some other stuff. Very cool. I've never seen that. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate you putting that in. So we'll definitely have to use some of that. Okay, where is that seam binding? Well, here are a couple of pieces of it, but it's kind of wide. I'm going to have to ink it up or something. Trying to remember where I had some that was I think is blue, which would be perfect if I could find it. Bag Full of Treasures. I was trying to remember your name, and I can't. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a sewing journal. I'll show you where we're at so far in just a second. I had to ink up some seam binding here. Okay. I've got these 3 pieces that are some of my grandmother's ephemera that I've made copies of. And then we're going to put a snap or a hook and eye or something here. So here's the front of it. And it opens like this. And we're going to put a tag in there. And we haven't decorated most of this yet. We've just kind of got backgrounds on it. But we've got some lace down. And then we made a tag, a big journaling spot or tag to go in here. We just put some, this was a really white pattern front. So we put some pattern paper over it to darken it so it would kind of fit in with everything else. And that is pretty much all we've done at this point. But I'm wanting to, we found a few things that we're going to use. I like this. I'm trying to decide where to use it. I could use it a bunch of different places, so we'll be kind of thinking about that. Anna, okay, thank you. And I have seen you before, and I knew I have known in the past your name was Anna. I just forgot. I just forgot because I'm good at that. Okay. So what were we going to use the seam binding for now that I found a little bit? Who was it that was asking me if I had any? Yeah, the blue does go good with the orange. That's one reason I lined it up there beside it. I just thought it would look cute. I don't know if we want to put it there or not, but it wouldn't show very much. It would just show a little bit when it's shut. Diagonally, like this. Yes, clusters are a good idea. I'm trying to remember. We'll have to make some because I think mine are, I even have some with some blue in them, but I think they're in the house. I can't remember for sure. So like this, that's what you want. Okay. But now we got to see if we can find some things to put like under it. I wonder if that would be, no, it's too big, but I can trim it down and make a tag for this out of it. I can do that. I can trim it down and make a tag. I think that's a plan to go in here. Some yo-yos. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's true. It could. It could. I actually think, though, I like it. I don't know. I was going to say I like it better not going all the way across. I mean, like that rather than all the way up here. Somehow that looks better to me. Like that. Okay, let me we go. That was easy peasy. And then we could just tuck. We could make cards out of these too. And just tuck them in there. Like that. Or maybe just that one. Or maybe just that one. That one's so blue, it kind of... okay, I think we're going to make all 3 of these into cards instead of flimsy paper. And this one I'm going to make small enough to tuck, I think, in here. No. I kind of like that sticking out, though. All right, let's look around and see what other places we have we could put it. We could just glue that one on there. Yes, we do need some snaps for bling. You're right. Or we could make it do this. I think I kind of like that. It's already got a staple on it. Let's just staple it in. It might be better, though, to put it on a card and make it stiffer. What do you think? Should I put it on a card or leave it just paper? Well, let's just leave it because the chances of me actually journaling in this thing are very slim. So I'm just going to be honest. Oh, now you say put it on cardstock. Now that I've already stapled it in. So I guess not. Okay. Now this one could go cute in here. This one's fatter, I think it'll. Okay, we're going to put these on cardstock for sure. Okay, let's kind of get that out of the way so I can glue this down. Okay, sorry, just a minute. I'm gonna a fabric tag's a great idea, but I'm gonna put this on here. Let's see if we want to do another one while I'm gluing stuff down. I think I like this needle book. I'm not going to trim all the way around this because I'll cut it again in a minute. I just want to not take up too much room. Okay. So I can do that one and this one and this one. Well, I'm excited that you're going to start one. I could put the fabric right here too and make a tag. Okay, so let me find some fabric to put on here. Well, where is that? I had some. That I thought would look good with this, but now I can't find it. We could make a tag with that. I like this, but it's a long piece, so I'm thinking we might do something else with it. That's true, Janet. That's true. Now, so that'll be fun. We'll use that. But I think I'm going to use some of this to make a tag. So let's, I like the ends better if it's torn than cut. So y'all just have to hold on a minute and let me play with it here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, they're going all different directions, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Well, unless it was a swap or it was somebody very special you were giving it to. I understand what you mean, Patricia. But it would be a fun swap if everybody wanted to, do one and then swap them. Okay. So now glue. All right. Let's move these out of the way. I'm just doing one at a time and now I wasn't thinking when I did this, I should have gone ahead and cut my card out and then put the fabric on it because it's not going to be the same. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Where's the other one? Here it is. I don't think I have enough easily accessible glue here. Maybe I do. Okay. I think so. I wanted to play with them, but I didn't want to put the real ones, you know, because someday I want Hannah to have them. So, okay, okay. Okay. Embroidery thread tassels. Y'all are just coming up with all kinds of really neat work for me to do. Okay. Good night, Colleen. I'm going to have to call it quits here in a few minutes. We're obviously not going to get this finished. We may work on it again next week so we can all, you know, work on it together. Maybe if you want to make one, you could start building it and we could work on it together next week. Because I still have a lot of work to do on this one. All righty. Well, we'll do that. We'll continue this next week. I'm going to go ahead and get these cut out. But there's obviously no way I'm going to finish this tonight. All right. Good. The main thing when you're putting it together is just find different ways that you can attach the envelopes by their flaps. And be sure, let me show you. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Be sure that when you do, can you see right here? This is where it bends. That's where the flap is. And you need to leave a little bit of space there so it has room to fold over. And if you do all of them that way, where there's just a little bit of extra space, then they will give you more room to work in them. How many envelopes did I use? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I used 7. So got these 2 and the bottom one and these 3 and then 2 more over here. Oops. Oh dear. That's why you should not shut it after you put glue lace on. Oh no, that's the staple. I was not thinking about that. Okay. Let's just see if I can get this paper from around, or this lace from around that staple. Okay, well now you know, pay attention when you staple stuff. I'll work on that. But anyway, so it stretches out this long. So it's 5 long and then 3 high. And you could add a bunch more if you wanted to. You could add a bunch more if you want to. I just made several of them instead of adding a whole bunch more to this one. So I inked these and then I put them on cards. So now I have to go back and re-ink them. That's not a huge big deal, I guess, but think about if you want to back them first, then you only have to ink them once instead of twice like me. There's another tip for the day. Good night, Janice. Janice, I don't think I remember saying hi to you. I'm so glad you were here. I'm so sorry that I didn't say hi to you earlier. I really don't think I did. But I am grateful you came, and I hope you have a good night. You could definitely do that, Mina. You could make it anything. You could make it Halloween. You could make it Christmas. You could make it spring, or, you know, any kind of theme you want. I just happen to be wanting to make mine sewing. Okay. Hi, Janice. Got 2 Janices. One just leaving and one that I just now saw. I just now saw both of you. Good grief. Well, I'm happy both of you were here. Sorry I missed you. Okay, let's okay, don't bend it, Lisa. See, don't leave your pen out too long, then the glue dries up inside and it won't go down. Oh, goodness. There we go. Okay. Woo! I was fretting. You can feel the boo effect already. Yeah. Yeah. That reminds me of a book that we had when my son was really little. It was called Peekaboo. And every flap had the little baby saying peekaboo to its mom. It was really cute. Yeah, Peekaboo Halloween. Well, this one wasn't a Halloween book. It was just a peekaboo book, but it would be a fun thing to do in the Halloween book. One nice thing about this sewing ephemera is that it makes easy cards because they're pretty just like that. You don't have to do anything to them really, except ink them, of course. But I love these pen needle books. I've got the other one I think has rockets on the cover. I need to do at least one of them that's the inside also. I'm even going to ink my fabric. Why not? Why not? Actually, I wonder if let's make it not so white. If a little ink is good, more is better, right? There we go. I like that. Thank you, Janet. Okay, so here's 4 tags we can put in. So let's find places for them. All right, I think we decided to put this one here. And this one needs to go here. Yeah. And we'll stick this one in here. And this one will have to go that way and put it in there. So now every pocket has something. And we may do some more, but I think we're off to a good start, though. Definitely not finished. Got to put something right there. Let's do that. Okay, we could do one of these. And just do like this half and this half. We could do both of them and stick them in there. Yes, thank you, Beth. Let me real quick show you the other ones that I did. This same kind of method, if I can find them. Here's one. I'm trying to remember where I put the other one. I think I actually put it inside the journal somewhere. So, no, that's not it. Okay, here we go. Vintage, yes. Vintage Christmas, vintage Valentine, very good. Here's one I did that's a simple. It was just 3 envelopes, 1, 2, and then both of these were the third one. And I just put tags in the tops of each of those. And we haven't done anything with the tags. We'll do that later, but they're just covered in fabric and some paper right now. And then this one just goes like this. And so far, all I've done is a background for both of these. But this one has place for a tag there, and a place to tuck something in here. Oops. And right here. And I think that's all. So there's another way to do it. And then this one I did a lot like this one, except I covered the top with lace and I didn't make any pockets. It just looks like this. Only this one had one of these really big envelopes as the back, and I just had it flip over. And then I used some fabric to put down 2 more envelopes that are just like journaling spots or whatever. Oh, and this is a tuck spot right here. So there's 3 more of these kind of little journals that are, you know, they're all just a little bit different. So you can do just whatever you want. Yeah, I love the kitties. Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. This one. Yeah, and I liked them peeking out from there, and then you can open up and see this one too. Knitting kitties. And this was on some piece of ephemera I got, and somebody had kissed it, you know, blotting their lipstick. My mother used to do that all the time, so I just couldn't resist. I had to put that on there. Anyway, so these 2 I show in the second video I did in this series on August 2nd. I show these 2, and we build this one, and I show this one, I think, or maybe it's the opposite. I don't remember. And then I did this one, I think, on a live stream too. So, so there's those. And I'm gonna call it a night, and we'll just save these, but I'm definitely gonna use them with this. Take these out so we don't have them stick everything together. And I'm going to leave this kind of laying out too so that it can, except I got to do something about that. That's driving me nuts. I'm really just wanting to get this one loose. Oh dear, she made a hole in it. So that was not a good plan. I'll have to repair it somehow. Maybe some seam binding. Okay. Well, there we go. Okay. Yep. How about let's just do that. We'll just do a quick little repair job just for kicks. A recipe book would be great. Okay. I'm just going to glue this in right here on top of that and let it kind of repair that a little bit. Okay, I'm going to leave that just like that, and then we'll put some over here too later. But for tonight, I'm just going to leave it like that so it can dry. Some cross stitching and some zigzag sewing. That would be cute. Oh, let's just go ahead and fray that one up a little bit. And we'll put it like this. Okay, let's just do it. Why not? Seam binding repair. That's right. We want it to be authentic, and now it is. I should have waited though because I've got that other glued inside, and now I have to open it. I'm going to leave it just kind of like this and let it dry like that. Standing up, sort of. Darren is here. Where are you, Darren? Oh, there you are. Am I in trouble? It's getting late. Yes, it is, honey. I know. I'm fixing to come in. I'm in the zone. I'm getting out of the zone. I'm getting out of the zone. I got to go. My honey calls. I love you guys. Hope you had a good night. I enjoyed it. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.